Oh, shit, I gotta go to your angle. Okay, we've already made a horrendous mistake. We can't close up on that. Okay. In case anyone wasn't sure who the theme was done by, it's done by the incomparable Jay Desiderio. That turned good. Nobody can see my bald spot from any angle.
Jesus can.
Welcome to Big Words I Know by Heart, a program of mistakes, rants, raves, faves, pet peeves, personal vendettas, celebrity interviews, and anything else we can fill the half hour with. Oh, and occasionally there will be some relentless promotional plugs. Joining me in the studio today at Home of the Future is my lovely co-host, John.
Hi, everybody.
And my lovely guest, who is the co-founder of Roadless Travel Productions, which was founded 12 years ago or 11 years ago, depending on who you ask. The also lovely and talented John Elston. Oh, shit, we were going to do a walk-on, John. We can't do that now. That's okay. And back to me. It's a pleasure to have both of you Johns here.
It's a pleasure to be here, Tom.
And what are you here to promote, John?
I'm here to promote goodwill among men everywhere.
Jesus Christ, you came to the wrong show.
That is a lost cause.
See this? This is the magic of special effects right here.
Please mime. No, go back to him. Please mime.
No miming, please.
What's he doing?
Okay, so we're entering into the 13th season for RLTP?
No, not even remotely. No. So a guy named Scott Barrand, whose work you are well familiar with, I think.
Yes.
Tom, yeah. And I founded Roadless Travel Productions in 2002, but we didn't actually do anything constructive. We didn't produce any theater until 2003, January 2003. And we produced a couple of shows a year for a couple of years, and then in 2006 we moved into a real theater, the Market Arcade Film and Arts Center, Roadless Traveled Theater.
Yes.
Started producing theaters seasons, and we've continued now for since then.
I sense some reluctance when you use the word seasons, almost like you're using the dick fingers. Seasons.
Seasons. At first they were seasons,
and John,
now they are seasons.
John, too, you tell me you've been producing a lot of your seed in the last year?
That's accurate. Well, I have to. Someone's got to. It might as well be me.
Flinging it around hither and thither.
Sharing my gift.
So, without further ado, now that I'm down to a half hour from my hour-long popular podcast of the same name, we'll jump right into the questions. Are you ready, John?
I am so ready, Tom.
Okay.
Thank you for having me this evening.
It's a joy to have you here on this auspicious occasion.
It's a joy to be back in the Waters verse.
Jesus God. Okay. Do you think that Clarence Central High School was ideal for fostering great geniuses in the early 90s? Or was it just happenstance that both you and I went on to fortune, fame, and glory? And go.
Clarence High School seems to be doing great these days. They've got an outstanding, healthy drama club full of well-adjusted, young, talented individuals.
Are any of them suffering from Lou Gehrig's disease?
No, which is a shame because they won't benefit from my ice challenge bucket of ice.
If only they all had Lou Gehrig's disease.
Well, they would certainly all be richer this week, as apparently this
I've never
challenge
heard
is,
of this ice bucket thing. Could you explain
I had
it
not
to me?
until yesterday morning, and people kept making oblique, sort of very sinister references to it. So
I'm kidding. I know what it is.
Okay.
I was
Double the John 2. We have John 2 in stereophonic vision and sound.
You don't understand,
2 for
John.
1.
I don't understand irony. I don't get
This is going to be a long half
sarcasm,
hour.
irony.
This will
High
just be
camp.
a very long
All
half
right,
hour.
good.
Question the 2.
Make it last.
Are horsey rides included during Roadless Traveled summer camp? You broke character already. There's my bald spot. Fuck.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So horsey rides.
inescapable.
Well, I'm happy to give deserving, perhaps underprivileged students.
Lou Gehrig's disease?
Indeed, I'm happy to provide them with Lou Gehrig's disease, or potentially horsey rides delivered by one of our strapping staff members or founding.
Well, if the girls are good
artistic
enough, I'm sure he's willing to give them a ride on his knee.
They are all incredibly talented, intelligent, chaste, and virginal young artists.
You know what a coachable line is?
What is a coachable line, Tom?
That's what Daddy likes. No?
I'm going to stare at you until you respond to that.
Was that a question? I don't even think that was a question.
That
Tom.
was a declarative statement.
Okay. I concur.
Okay.
I concur. But who is Daddy in this scenario?
We don't
David
have enough
Lynch.
time to get into that.
David Lynch.
That's the deepest question anyone's going to ask in this half hour. Who is Daddy?
Who is Daddy?
Who is Daddy?
In the existential, belletristic sense.
Who is the spiritual All-Father, the universal Daddy? I would say his name is Tom.
Oh,
he has
Tom
an
Universal
excellent
Daddy
hairline.
Waters.
Yeah.
Now we get to the meat of the interview.
Okay.
Folks.
These are the questions about
This is
alumni.
where I take my penis out.
Yes.
Okay. That would be the meat, in fact.
Is there anything... I better go to you for this. For the reaction shot.
All right.
I'm new with this camera thing. Is there anything that's more important artistically in our lifetime than where we can build the next stadium for the Buffalo Bills?
What? What?
That is
Stadium
a
for them?
fantastic answer.
John, where do you want to weigh in on this?
I could give less of a shit.
Me too.
I was advised to wear a John Bon Jovi T-shirt tonight to this interview.
I don't
And you
think you.
didn't.
I don't think you would have made it from the street to the house. Someone would have just ran you over.
People are just rabid
Brought me
about
down.
the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
You
Now,
know
how the fuck do I do the split?
I love how sometimes there are two of John.
Isn't that nice?
there should be more of me.
There we go.
Well, there will be now that you're spreading your seed.
I'm a delight. There should be more of me.
These are top-notch production
There'll be a lot of
values,
John
folks.
shortly.
This isn't your average YouTube shaky cam.
He's down. Wait. He's down there. Ah!
Oh, did you want to do a Brady Bunch?
He's up there, ladies and gentlemen. John is up there.
Oh my God.
Where I
in the
belong,
corner
on top.
in an inset video frame. Yeah, there we go.
More importantly,
More importantly,
getting back to your body of work.
JB Jovi. Yes, please. Continue.
Are you ahead on your production schedule for
Yes.
the upcoming film Infinity Ward?
Somehow I've lost it over the years, Tom. Maybe, okay, so Infinity Wins. That's a motion
Wins?
picture. Wins.
Really?
It was Wins. I think the last time
spot.
you interviewed me, you asked me about Infinity Wind.
That interview is still online at acidlogic.com,
Infinity.
folks.
By the time I get around to making this film, Avengers 3: The Infinity Gauntlet will have premiered, and it'll be a moot point. No one will want to
If
hear
you're
about
open to
my
taking creative notes, if I may,
Yes, please.
Infinity Ward is a much better title.
Infinity Ward.
Yes.
How did
What-
I misspell that so many years ago?
What exactly is Infinity
Oh, I have,
warding
no,
away?
I have no idea.
Or is it somewhere where the invalids are kept? The
All
invalids
the
of
all the,
universe?
the various intergalactic species who've contracted Lou Gehrig's disease are all convalescing.
Who can
in
no
the
longer
Infinity
care for
Ward.
themselves.
They're in the Infinity Ward.
Right. Who do not understand sarcasm and irony. They
Right.
go directly to the Infinity Ward. See me there after the show. I'll be there all week.
Now, John, you
Order the
had
soup.
some questions prepared.
That's true.
For
I
this
did
program.
I did a little bit of research.
I seem to remember, Tom, that you delegate the worst questions, the most vicious.
Oh no!
He came up with
I
his
came up
own.
with these on my own.
Oh, okay.
I
This
had
is-
nothing to do with this.
If you want to punch someone, punch me and save Tom's beautiful face. He has a modeling career to consider.
We'll do.
We'll
All
see.
right.
Aside from not having the talent to succeed in real show business, why start a theater in Buffalo? Couldn't you find a colder, dumber town that was less receptive to the arts? Like maybe Syracuse?
Well, that's an excellent question, John.
Thank you.
Western New York has a proud theater heritage. We have one of the most robust theater communities in the United States for a community of our size. And truly, the theater community of Western New York is one of the gems in the in the crown of Erie County. and Greater Buffalo Niagara.
How rusty is Erie County's crown?
That is a question perhaps more appropriate to be tasked to County Executive Poloncarz when I understand he's visiting you
It's getting political, Tom.
in
Look out.
November, right? He's
I
your
am
November guest?
ill-prepared to argue politics.
Mark Poloncarz, perhaps former executive, now Representative Chris Collins, will join you.
Whose nephew is he?
Who's
Poloncarz.
Poloncarz?
On to more serious
Yes,
fare.
please.
Do you admire David Fincher for going 30 minutes long and $30 million over on his last 4 movies? Or for having the foresight to recognize Batfleck as a master thespian on his upcoming Gone Girl? And go.
Fincher.
You know I love Fincher.
Zodiac, one of the best films of the first decade of this new century.
And all digital, too.
Yeah, outstanding
that movie
motion
was
picture.
outstanding.
Outstanding motion
That
picture.
movie scared the shit out of me.
Indeed, and really, it's mostly people sitting in a room talking. But a very unsettling motion
Right,
picture.
when the guy's got the canvas mask on and he hits the couple who were picnicking.
That hurdy-gurdy man was creepy.
Oh, brutal. And the people
Scary.
in the cars, he's killing people in the cars. I was in my friend's apartment watching that and had to walk through this long parking lot to get to my car at 2 a.m. I may have peed a little.
Good times.
I may have peed a little.
So, what do you make of the what do you make of the calendar discrepancy in the penultimate scene?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Go back and watch that penultimate scene of Zodiac. Suss out that calendar discrepancy. Tell me what you think on the next episode.
I have a question for you.
Of
Here we go. Uh-oh.
Big
Product
Words
placement.
video.
I made it too small.
You're in my
Big
camera.
Words video.
Don't make me punch you.
Your question, John?
If Hollywood does come calling,
Mm-hmm.
would you take the time to say goodbye to your friends and family, or would there just be a John Elston-shaped hole in the wall like the Kool-Aid Man?
I would be one of those guys that happily comes back to Buffalo and produces work on
Rubs
the
your
cheap.
success in everyone's face?
Well, exactly.
Would you come crawling back like the Goo Goo Dolls just to wring every last penny out of it? Or would you be more like of a Nick Wallenda and just shamelessly squeeze every last fucking penny out of the town and then run screaming out of there?
I would try and give back to the community a little bit.
that means have sex with as many women as possible. Is that what you mean by give back?
or one woman as many times as possible.
Nice. Now, reality
plan.
shows are now the apex of artistic expression.
Well, okay.
What sort of reality show would you like to develop as your personal Citizen Kane? Wrong, John. There we go.
Could you rephrase the question?
And back to me. That's not me.
What kind of reality show would I? Oh, is my masterpiece? You're saying?
Yes.
Okay. So I think we need a single personality driven high concept program that follows Tom Waters around.
You did have an idea for that early on.
No one would watch that.
24. Well, I mean, we're watching it now. This is a test run, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen. If you like what
I'm
you
being
see,
paid to be here, and I hope you are too.
if you like what you see, please pledge, vote your conscience for 24 hours of Tom.
Yes.
It should just be Tom and taking his daily bath.
And you'll get more Lou Gehrig's disease as a
Ladling.
thank you gift, the home version.
We guarantee if you watch it, you don't get Lou Gehrig's disease.
Nice.
Indeed. We will call you out on Facebook and shame you. We will Facebook shame you into watching Tom Waters ladle suds upon his person.
John, I have to ask you, what
Yes.
do you think is a smarter career choice in 2014?
Oh, Jesus.
Theater director,
Uh-huh.
phrenologist, or stable boy?
Stable boy seems like the most liable job description to get you into erotic situations.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Have you considered selling buggy whips as a side business?
Buggy whips, I would utilize them in my erotic scenarios.
Oh, a nice multitasker. I like
Absolutely. I'm always thinking laterally.
John, would you push back for me? No, I mean sexually in that way. Would you be one who
it.
pushes
I
back?
can't believe you just did that.
Are you inviting me to be a power bottom? Tom?
Once my prolapsed anus heals, yes.
Power bottom. Okay.
Power bottom,
I've
yes.
heard.
I
I've
was
heard
hoping to get through the show without the prolapsed anus.
Okay.
We didn't make the cut there.
Weren't we all, ladies and gentlemen?
What's nice about being video now is that I can do air quotes. So, when can the consumer expect Lemkin's Last Sale, the Director's Cut Redux Letterbox Collector's Edition with, all apologies, Winnie, replica Firebush?
Replica.
If it's a collector's
again,
edition, you got to throw something. You got to bundle something in.
Would you like actually
Collector's item.
It would be like a merkin, like a female merkin.
Curiously enough, given current events in the Roadless Traveled Productions universe, I would not be surprised to hear that Lemkin's Last Sale resurfaces in some sort of repackaged special edition at some point in the next 18 or 19 years.
Really?
That is
Absolutely.
wonderful news.
Yeah.
I like the timetable on that, too.
In the
Don't
meanwhile-
fence yourself into a quick deadline.
Not at all. No, we take our time for quality at RLTP. In the meanwhile, though, if you like zombies, Road Warrior mutants,
Everybody's
the
cuckoo for
future,
zombies.
and
Vampires? Throw vampires in there.
No,
It's fading. The fad's fading, but you can still get a couple lonely housewives if you throw a vampire in there.
How about David Koch and Bristol Palin? Close enough. If you like all these elements, come see After America Wasteland 2015.
I would do coke off Bristol Palin's ass
Now, here's a pitch
And
idea
can,
for you.
If you
for
come
the
see
low price of.
Wasteland. Yes.
How about a musical
Yes.
based on the life of Rob Williams called, wait for it, Hang in There, Baby?
Oh.
Too soon?
No, just soon enough.
Too soon?
Just soon enough.
What if, can we just replace...
Can we get a split? Let's see.
Can we
split screen too soon? Nope. Okay, we're having technical difficulties.
Can we replace
Our technical
all
difficulty
extant-
is our technical director, Tom Hot Nuts Waters.
all extant posters of kittens hanging from branches?
Hang in.
Yes,
say-
hang in there, baby.
Superimpose Robin Williams' face
That's pretty good.
over them?
I
That
like
would be nice.
Yeah. Perhaps that will be the promo JPEG for this episode.
Hang in there, baby.
Hang in there, baby. The Tom Waters story.
Now, what the consumer may not know is that Roadless Travel Productions was founded in 2002 with Scott Berend.
Scott Barron, yes.
Scott Berend.
Yes. And by the way, Death Trap. Two flamboyant homosexual murderers just slashing their way into your hearts. That opens this September, just next month.
Are they a
Roadless
hot
Travel.
mess?
Is that known as a two-hander?
It's a five-hander, but you will see two hands doing a lot of work in this show.
Excellent.
Yes. A lot of bloody, flamboyant work. Very
So
funny,
two
very
gay guys
flamboyant.
who are killers?
Two gay guys just killing and slashing and deathing
Redecorating
and
along the
trapping.
way?
So if it's five hands, there's two hands and one guy's penis has an opposable thumb. Is that with the fifth hand?
I understand. You know what? I haven't visited rehearsals yet, but I understand that
You-
the
you
fight
should prob-
choreography is quite something.
You should probably duck
Sure.
in there.
I
Now-
should.
John, I'm sure you've had the
Yes.
pleasure of working with a lot of very talented people.
Yes,
I
indeed.
have to ask, who is the least talented person you've ever worked with? I see a name just popped into your head, and you're too
There
nice
it
a
is.
guy to
There
say
it
it
is.
out loud. They're not listening.
And cut to commercial.
It'll never get back to
We
them.
don't have any commercials.
It's. I mean, you know, I'm overwhelmed actually with
Too many choices? That's sad.
yeah, quite a few choices. You know what? The first name that came to mind, knee-jerk response.
Go for it. Go big. It's only going to be up on the internet
What's the
forever.
worst thing that could
It's
happen?
true. Indeed.
They're going to track you down and murder you.
Indeed.
That's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
They probably just got Lou Gehrig's disease and won't be able to make it.
Well, fortunately, I will be dunking myself
Shortly
and,
after this.
and then donating.
We're
So,
for sure not going to pee in that bucket before it gets dumped on you, so don't worry about that at all.
least I'll tell you this. Least
Yes.
talented person I've ever worked with. It hasn't been at RLTP because RLTP only flies first class.
Too
baby.
high a standard there,
Indeed.
I'm sure.
Yeah. You know, Clarence High School. Yeah, it's
Adrian Gallo.
Adrian.
Not to mention last names. I changed that last name, but not really.
Oh well. Okay. Well, Adrian Gallo, as we discussed last time, that was a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adrian
was?
Gallo.
I don't remember that.
Absolutely. Adrian Gallo was your year, I think. Yeah.
Maybe.
Very attractive young lady.
I just
very
remember
attractive young
14
lady.
girls named Sarah who went into teaching
They all go into teaching, Tom. Yeah.
of some kind or another.
I know I did.
Yeah, you're the theater instructor. That leads into our next question perfectly. Good segue.
Well
for it.
done.
You're a
Someone came
theater
to
instructor.
rehearsal.
Yes, you're a theater instructor in the literary department at Niagara County Community College.
Something like that.
Winnie earmuffs. Winnie is off camera, by the way. Do you get a lot of free ass there? And what is the quality and quantity of said ass?
This is
the
important.
viewer wants to know.
This is important. The single viewer wants to know.
A lot of bright, talented, extremely enthusiastic and committed
Ooh,
young ladies
enthusiastic.
and gentlemen.
That's code for blowjobs.
Attend this fine local junior college institution. And
Did they shuck the corn?
and
go.
I've never attended any kind of cookout with them. But they work very hard, and they obtain excellent grades and do fine work.
Translation, he hasn't gotten tenure yet.
Well, I have to step in here. It's a little over the line. I'm messing with the guy's job a little bit. If he gets in trouble for banging chicks, that's not good.
Okay.
I will say this.
The kid banging is not okay anymore?
Let me segue that into a different question.
I will answer that question in a roundabout way.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I would say, with all of the actresses you work with in your theater production, I'm sure a lot of up-and-coming
Double John again.
Theater directors who are dying to know, what's the groupie situation?
So I've got two very real, maybe not canned and funny, but very real responses to those last two questions. First of all, the reason I have the gig I have now at that institution is because a gentleman who preceded me got ass-canned for
canning
improprieties
ass.
of that nature. So
Really?
Indeed.
Ass canned for canning ass.
Nice.
What a country.
So
That's the episode title.
yeah,
I think we stumbled upon a title.
You got to be
you're
respectful. But to answer your question, I will respond to the question with a fun little vignette. Local actress.
We'll be the judge of whether or not this is fun. Please continue.
So you want to talk about people with no talent?
Okay.
Local actress never has worked for our company. And I would not recommend her. If you guys were casting a production that was, not a pornographic motion picture,
I already phased out of this conversation.
John and I are
not.
in pre-production for a snuff film.
So if you were casting a snuff film, I would say I would recommend her.
Okay.
But otherwise, we've never cast her. She has some social problems as well.
Issues?
She within the past year, she said to another actress who has worked with us many times.
Okay.
Do you know why I've never worked at Roadless Traveled Productions? It's because you only get cast there if you have sex with Scott and John.
Wow.
Now,
At the same time?
And
or
you
can
told me
can you
before
pace
we
yourself?
started filming that was Donna Hoke, right? You said that?
No. By the way, patently not true. I mean, she said this to an actress who has
already
worked with
worked
us
there.
many times and assuredly has never had such relations with us. And by the way, if that was a prerequisite for a performer to work at RLTP,
There would be no one working there.
no one would ever work for us. I have never.
I don't know about
I
that.
have never been intimate with any performers who have worked
interesting.
for RLTP.
Yet.
Perhaps
Never say never,
Winifred will
John.
undertake a new career. In the
Winifred?
Winifred, there you go.
Nice. I like it.
So
Winifred's all right. I think she's classy.
she's real people. She's classy.
Winifred's a class act.
She's
She is.
real people. What an incredible compliment.
Yeah.
She's swooning in the corner. She's been acknowledged as a human being with a pulse.
That John
what
Elston
a romantic.
is a real charmer.
The blood
Don't let
pumps.
anybody tell you
This
different.
is some real Romeo and Juliet
The
shit
heart
right here.
beats steady in her beautiful figure.
Okay, so
Indeed.
what sort of M. Faustian pact did you strike with Art Voice that they give you glowing reviews for the rest of your natural life?
You know what? I'll level with you on this too. I'm getting real today.
Let's get real with it.
Your family owns the paper.
My family does not own the paper.
Really?
No, Jamie Moses is not a
Cross that off my
family
list
member or
here.
personal friend. The theater critic, the fine theater critic for Art Voice, Anthony Chase, has, as of late, the last couple of years, undertaken, a very positive attitude. He's a theater supporter, and mostly he's been writing positive reviews recommending local theater rather than writing reviews that criticize shows and drive people away. And clearly he wants to
So
generate more
you're
support.
paying him to give good reviews.
I
think
I
it's the
mow
long
his
and short
lawn.
What
twice
is
a week.
what is that? Is that some sort of sex term?
No, it's
Mowing the
not.
lawn? It's like
Mowing the
salad tossing almost.
No,
Is it?
no.
Maybe.
No. Although
Follow-up
although
question.
He's a handsome man.
Who did you, follow-up question.
Yes.
Who did you blow to win Art Voice's Best of Buffalo Playwright Award for 3 consecutive years? Mm-hmm. And did you swallow every ounce, or were you in a situation where you had to wipe off your chin afterwards? Go.
I still see a little remnant on there.
I wish
There's a ghost hanging in there.
I wish I remembered. I wish I remembered to whom I delivered such a sexual favor because
you blow so many people that you just can't keep track.
well, that's really
now
what you
you're
need
just
to
getting
do.
mean, John.
Do you need your blowjob diary? Did you
That's
figure that
rude.
at home?
That's
If
just
you're
rude.
going to win such a prestigious award, you must accommodate many people.
Accommodate. That means butt sex, Tom.
Indeed.
I know-
That's
I know
where we
you're
went
not up-
wrong.
you're
We
not
didn't
up
do
on the
enough
lingo.
butt sex.
You got to really make everybody in the community feel good and want to vote for you. And hey, I mean, if John, if you're suggesting that
Yes.
the rear affection is a manner
John's
in
saying
which,
yes with his eyes. He's
Okay.
presenting.
We're online, yes.
All right. In that case, I mean, perhaps that's something I can consider for future. But I'll tell you what. Since the monumentally talented Donna Hoke has
Okay.
entered the...
Who I've never heard of. I have no idea who that is.
Well, she's now the four times in a row she's won that popularity award.
is she
that's
some
incredible.
hobo that rode the rails to Buffalo, or what happened? When did she
is
blow
she a
onto the scene?
carpetbagger, or is she actually from
Yes.
here?
Is she a scallywag?
She is from Buffalo, but she rode the rails out and right back into our theater-loving hearts.
So she failed somewhere else and came back to Buffalo to
Wow!
make it.
She actually had a nice career.
I didn't focus. Could you do the air quotes one more time? I'm sorry. Go
Make
ahead.
it.
She was a editor for Soap Opera Digest or something.
Okay.
Well, that
Hey,
is pretty fucking big time.
Came back to-
objection withdrawn, Donna Hoke. I apologize.
folks, we
Came back-
I
have
am so sorry.
less than 3 minutes left. Okay.
Okay.
2 more questions. Are
Yes.
all female actresses, and forgive me, Winnie,
Yes.
are all female actresses clinically insane, extroverted, high maintenance, or a delightful blend of all 3?
Generally, a delightful blend of the second and third.
Okay.
Some are insane. Isabella Johnny, there you go.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. Possession, greatest female performance of all time, 1981.
Never heard of it.
Okay.
John has a question. Go.
I do. When Alec Baldwin was in town
Oh.
for the fundraiser, when
Yes.
I believe he read The Big Knife.
Yes.
Who's Alec Baldwin?
Was he a monstrous asshole, or was he just an asshole?
He is a warm, loving, very supportive man, and an outstanding actor.
Nice. Okay.
I feel like I'm going to get a really good story once the show is off the air and we're out in the parking lot.
This went by incredibly too fast. Last question. Now that I'm newly single, here comes the air quotes again. Bingo. Can you offer an internship in my pants to prospective actresses?
Well, no, in your pants was literal. You shouldn't have dick fingered your in your
Fuck,
pants.
you're right. In my pants.
There it
Wrong
is.
camera. And back to me. Nope. John.
In your pants.
So I have, I think we have discovered the role for which that actress that I recently cited might be most appropriate, an internship in Tom's pants.
In my pants. Okay, we have...
Non-paid.
What do you have to plug? Plug away. Go for it. We got 1 minute.
Roadlesstraveledproductions.org. We do have a real, not a season, but a season. Death Trap by Ira Levin, Michael Caine, and Christopher Reeve. I'm sure that rings some bells for Tom. We have the Santaland Diaries by David Sedaris. We have unproduced screenplay about the death of Walt Disney, about Walt Disney's severed head. We have the world premiere of my new play about David Koch fighting zombies. And then we have a Pulitzer Prize winner, Water by the Spoonful, rounding out our season. Well, subscriptions, roadlesstravelproductions.org, and go see some theater.
John and John, you've been a delight. John, too, what do you have to promote?
Absolutely nothing. Thank you for having me.
This has been an historic occasion. We'll see you in a
I
month.
love you, Tom.
Nope, back to that.